feel free to invite Steel. Hello,
I
everyone.
put it in the Twitch.
We are in the glorious land of Warhammer once again after a unfortunate happenstance with a gelatinous cube that cut our previous campaign short. So we are gonna
Like
introduce.
impressively short. It was impressive.
So we're gonna introduce Demi and Steelbones to the glorious service of the Emperor. They are gonna be joining this inquisitorial cell as I don't know how new a set of recruits. They should probably have some XP to be at least manageable. But well, that's up to
They're
Desti.
fairly equal on XP. What they're going to get somewhat fucked on is the special equipment you guys got.
I think you said something like 500 or 1000 behind the average of the group's current, if you're making a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That was for death. Horrible, horrible death.
But yeah,
we can do about 500 behind. That should be fine.
Since I'm unfamiliar with the system and I will need to learn a whole new book, yay me!
Well,
Don't
yeah.
worry, you don't need to read the book.
Copy your, or write in your current totals, the actual veteran players, so Epic can figure out what amounts to give the new guys.
Yep. Because I give various amounts and then also sometimes just let you guys select who gets what.
Okay, so let me go and download
Yeah,
Dark
That's my total.
Really? You're a bit behind.
Yeah, that's weird. I suppose that you needed something good.
No, I think... No, we just got 450 for the epilogue and we split it evenly. I think.
Maybe I give up some of my XP for giving something good to Chacalor? I don't remember.
I don't as well.
I don't remember.
Grab my
You know what?
calculator.
Too much.
If we fucked it up, I think we just treat it as accurate, because it doesn't seem like there's too big a screw up and it's just shekel XP at this
So,
point.
can you give the book to me because I cannot find
Yep,
it
I'm getting to it.
in my purchased books.
Let's see.
Still, don't
Only
draw
problem
attention
of-
to it. Please don't.
Only problem of this system is counting XP. For fuck's sake, that's too much numbers.
Yeah, it likes big numbers apparently. All of the D20 stuff.
Look, I'm on the fourth line of 20?
Are you recounting everything?
Sounds like
No,
he is.
Yeah, I'm recounting, and just 13 lines full of stuff.
There we go.
Oh,
Got that.
wait, 13? Is it really that much?
Yes, I have a lot of just 100 stuff for.
Oh, wait,
Random.
yeah, no, shit, there's a fuck ton.
This game, I love accelerating XP amounts. So we got you guys where we wanted you. Yeah.
Fun thing.
Not only that, you kept doing insane shit all the time. The fuck.
Listen,
I need which
by
line
the
I'm on.
time it was time to bring the dog out and the Inquisitor was like, yeah, we can just kill it, we were beyond the point of taking that option. The Emperor had rewarded us too often.
And continued to do so. And it was just so impressive. I kept giving you more and more extra XP.
Okay, first column, next column.
Oh, I just typed out craft. Yeah, that always feels good.
Alright, so did anyone go and give Steel the books?
Just... I don't have Skype open, I'm recording.
Okay, no, I was just checking. Has anyone done that? Steel, tell me.
No, I have no books.
Okay,
For fuck's
I'll send
sake,
it to you.
my
Here you
the
go.
limit of my calculator was reached.
Your calculator!
Okay, just... While you're dealing with Steel's book issues, Why don't
Okay.
you?
Yeah, I have my calculations are correct.
Okay,
Those two are
good.
the most important.
So, Demi, what kind of a
Yeah.
character would you like to play? We can try and figure out which class would
I
fit the
wanted
We
to
can
best.
go through what the characters are.
Oh, then
Yeah, I was. Okay, first tell me what I have a thing what I wanted to do in D&D, but since we're not doing D&D, what the fuck are you guys?
I'm a cleric.
I'm a tech priest.
Okay, one
I'm
at a time. Let's go from who the fuck is Severus?
That is
I'm
Jack Lore.
Severus.
Ugh, what is Jack Lore? He looks like a fuckboy.
I
Or
think
fuck
you're a
hard.
rat-grown.
That's good, an assassin.
He's a
Ah,
bastard assassin.
God damn it, I wanted to do an assassin. Fuck. Never mind then.
We can do two
nice.
assassins. You can never have enough firepower.
Yeah.
Yep. Never had enough firepower.
Considering the mission we are heading for, yeah, I'm not sure I trust Ritardo Severus with some of the missions I might need an assassin to do as part of this, and having two to make simultaneous strikes against multiple factions might be good.
Now, the only thing that I see, so Jack Lore's background, I was thinking more of going as cyborg, something assassin. Is that possible?
Totally.
Yeah, totally.
Dude,
Yes,
I'm a
okay.
fucking machine.
Sweet then. Yeah, I think by your picture, are you like what, a tech priest?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And fucker Christ is a cleric. Is that D&D cleric or an actual?
No, that is like name of the Emperor, bang bang bang, cleric.
He
Heresy.
He
is
is
the
a
law.
talker.
He
He
is
is the
the
one who
law of the
talks.
land.
I
He's
am.
the
Fair
law
enough.
of the land.
I'm a battle bard, Demi, with anti-demon
Okay.
powers.
Yes.
Yeah, if possible, I would like to go a cyborg assassin voice. So I think that's going to be my character.
I will have two questions for you then. There's two ways you can go about it. You can be an assassin that becomes a cyborg, or you can be a tech priest, which is a cyborg that becomes an assassin.
Um,
Or you can be a guardsman that took off an assassin job that decided to go cyborg.
you know, both sound compelling. Being a tech priest going assassin kind of sounds like almost roguelike, but it's also not. You know what? Let's do that.
This is when you ask what is the difference, if any.
Yeah. Also, yeah. What is the difference?
The difference is generally that for the tech priest, it is far harder to really go too assassiny, but you can be far more indirect about it, and can actually cause machines to go and kill people and lay traps and shit. Assassin, you shoot somebody in the head from 5 billion yards away.
I was actually planning that 5,000 yards away. So I guess I'll become a cyborg.
So we are returning back
Becomes a
to
cyborg.
Demi's Gwyn.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be possibly more close range. I don't know. I'll see.
You might want to take a look at both the assassin and guardsman trees, cause if you want to specifically be a sniper, the guardsman might have more stuff for guns potentially.
I wasn't planning. I
Guns
actually
in general, yes, but for actual long-range sniping, the assassin is the better choice.
So here's my question. And what about a more sneaky, close-range assassin?
Assassin and tech priest are both still pretty good.
Tech priest's more likely to be clonk, 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 and crappy on stealth, though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yep.
And if I want to be close range, I don't want to go clonk, clonk, clonk. So yeah, I'll just go normal.
Okay. Close range is an option.
To be a melee assassin, definitely.
Well, okay, like you guys seen Overwatch, right? Think of me like a sneaky Reaper.
I
You
have
gotta
never
go for Genji.
I have never seen Overwatch. I have no idea what those references are.
I
Yeah.
do. I've never played it, but I totally
I
know about
never
it.
played
But
it.
you sound like you're going for Genji, not Reaper.
I mean, I'm going to go with the Reaper sort of edginess, you know. That's
Listen,
sort of the-
Edginess
You're
is a
Genji in a red black cloak with a
Yes.
skull face.
Demi.
Let's do that.
Edginess is a crime against the Emperor. Now
Yeah.
that belief might be considered heresy by all the rest of the Imperium, but it's what I believe and what I will shoot people for.
I'm too
I
stupid
love
to
it.
be it, so I can pass.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what you get starting off as an assassin.
By the way, just when if somebody can besides Epic, send book, please.
I'll send it to. Yo, come here, you little.
I approve the decision of being a tech priest.
you just
The
want
tech
another
priest
tech.
is kind of, sort of broken, maybe, but hey, whatever.
You know, Bacon, I
It's
think
broken,
you
please
want to have another tech priest in the party so you can do heresy on demon dogs more easily. No. Please no.
Totally. Yep. I just want to share my knowledge and make Archotech and Heretech stuff.
Heretic? How could you? I believed in you.
Cat slowly reaches for Carnadon.
So, for me, personally, what I would love to play, especially under Chris, I want to play the affixed bayonets.
Guardsman at this.
Close range guardsman?
Yeah, like
Ah.
the one you send as cannon fodder to let the actual good people do their own shit.
You know, having someone
yes,
who's
that's
good
good.
at melee and can act as a wall would be really good.
Yeah, I want to play that because I think it will be fun and terrible and gory and beautiful.
What kind
Yeah.
of
So,
armor
Dems,
sets
I,
do we have left?
Sent this over Skype for you.
Yeah, I have it.
By the way,
I was talking to Demi.
do I sound like a robot now? Or it's not working?
Not working.
It's working.
So
Steel, we actually do have a spare power sword and a spare chainsword in the group inventory. You could claim one of those if you go melee.
yeah, I want to go affixed bayonets. I find it it will be good.
And
No.
Demi, we do have a
Basically.
spare Carnadon with
What's
a
that?
collapsible stock. It's essentially a highly accurate weapon. If you use an extended version, I don't remember the ranges, but I think you can get at least a couple of 100 meters, and it's good up close as well. It's essentially a customized weapon we got as a reward that you can use both as a pistol and as a rifle, depending on situation. So
That's spicy. I like it.
I also have
what
blessed armor-piercing bullets for it in huge amounts. So
So with what I'm just going straight up melee up to dudes and less of the I have a rifle with a bayonet.
Yep.
Okay.
what you want to do still is have quick draw and have a proper melee weapon and a proper rifle, I think.
Yeah.
Because while you can
that's what
put
I'm going for.
you can put a bayonet on a rifle, that's not a problem, but it's a lot less effective than a proper melee weapon generally.
Now, can I put a chain something on the weapon as a bayonet?
Ask
I'm having
Epic.
trouble loading with it.
But again, proper chainsword is probably going to be better.
Oh yeah, it will totally be the sidearm if nothing else.
Where were the attachments?
They're along
Yeah,
there.
so roles. Guardsman, warrior, what do I pick? Warrior probably, right? Wait. What are the different roles? Crusader,
So, Demi,
warrior.
Yeah,
we
lead me through
do
this.
have. But yeah, let's walk through both of you while we're going through this. So you're going through guardsman and assassin.
Yeah.
As an assassin, you start with. By the way, I do have some house rules as well, just so you know.
Okay.
Let's see, house items, character creation. So I have a point buy and a roll, if you wish.
What did dress do?
Me?
Asking, Chris, yeah, what did you guys do? Did you guys
We
do-
both. Jackalor did point by on his second character, but all the rest of the characters were made by rolling.
I'll roll
Yeah.
too.
Because you can reroll
believe
your
you're
weakest
right.
result anyway. Like one of your results, so.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
I'm
be
going-
The
rolling.
general exchange is that you'll almost you can't go as high on the roll as you could on a point buy, but you start off lower on the point buy. So
Essentially, you
really
can't-
min max.
Point buy is for over specializing. That's why Jacklor's current character is a retard who's really good at shooting people.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
same
It's really
here.
retarded.
I'm rolling because it's more fun that way.
All right,
It's
there is a
tricky.
character creation roll in the macros.
Is it?
Check, GS check, and psychic power.
I don't see it. I think you might have made it invisible to us at some point.
Oh, yep, I made it invisible after we were all done. I forgot about that. There you go.
Okay, Steel, do you want to go first or do I go first?
Yeah,
that good or
40.
bad?
Shit. That's
Jesus
pretty
Christ.
fucking good.
Wow, that's actually pretty fucking bad.
You can reroll one of those. So,
Yep,
I mean-
you can reroll one.
I reroll my 23 then?
yep.
My
Sure.
lowest?
And it's
Most people
2d10
go for
plus
the lowest.
20.
So, because there's no
Sure,
reason not to do the lowest.
Well, you could
Yeah.
reroll the 40 if you feel, like that's a good idea, but.
Yep, I would allow it.
It's another 28. It's not bad.
So I can re-roll this 22.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'll do that.
I mean, Demi has. Oh no, I have hired that.
Yeah, perfect.
You're
Yeah.
pretty much average across the board.
And me?
Yep. Steel
have
is
any-
above average, like fucking hell, but
I mean, I am the
Not
front
by-
line.
Yeah, quite a bit actually. So you could buy quite a few things high. I suggest you write these values down in the notes because you might want to move these between different characteristics as you realize what you're actually gonna need
Okay, so
in
notes.
as you go through
do we
character
have,
creation.
like-
Where are
We
notes
have-
here?
or do we just
they
take
should
it
be in your
and-
character.
Yeah, you can write it into
Where?
the journal for now. You can just
Okay.
create an entry and
Yeah, I'm just going to go in the. Just going to write it in my avatar. In the character sheet on the front. 40.
oh right, I still have the original mission on the ship written down.
30,
Find the eggs, don't get fucked.
5.
Oh god, I just remembered the rival Ginger that got ripped apart by the crowd. Oh, those are good memories.
When you manage to convince
nine.
a flock to tear apart their own priest.
That was
That
beautiful.
is some spicy stuff, I must say.
1v1 duel on the fucking stage.
So now that
goes
we're
into
past
the characteristics.
selecting what you guys want to be, we'll have to go through on what homeworld you want to be from.
Does it actually have a player consequence, like in-game
Yes.
reason, or is that just
Yes,
for
it affects your characteristic scores.
And
Okay.
familiarity with
As well as
certain
giving
things.
you some base, yeah, it gives you some starting stuff, things like that. You'll find there is a slew of things that affects your character.
I think for Steel, something like a feral worlder might make sense if I remember correctly.
I think we'll just walk through what they are real quick. So
Yeah.
the options are Feral World, Hive World, Imperial World, Voidborn, Lathe World is also, Forge Worlds, the Mind Cleansed, Nobleborn, and Scala Progenium.
That means literally nothing to me.
Feral Worlds are where people are still basically tribals and or just in horrible worlds where you have to survive against horrible monsters, horrible diseases, shit like that.
Okay.
Hive worlds are what you think of when you think of Coruscant on Star Wars and stuff.
Also, it's more of a trait thing.
No, it's just a world where the main thing is
Yeah,
basically
still,
just giant
you,
cities.
can we have you not
I'm trying
speak
to
as an
understand.
authority on? Then,
I am not speaking authority.
Then,
I'm trying
okay.
to comprehend this.
He is somewhat correct that their major thing is generating because they can't make stuff themselves. They tend to be the ones that send a bunch of
I'm
the
trying to dump
soldiers and
it.
everything everywhere.
I'm trying to dump it down to understand it. I'm not
Okay.
speaking authority wise.
my
I know I sound like
mistake.
an asshole.
My
I know my
mistake.
voice sounds
You
like an asshole.
just try and phrase it as a question because it's confusing. If you can, okay?
All right, continuing on. Imperial worlds are generally just your average worlds. That's about it. There's nothing too special about them besides that they usually are in well enough control that they are particularly loyal to, the Emperor
Okay, so
and his religion and stuff. Voidborn are those born on spaceships and live on spaceships.
mm,
I think only
Forge
4 of those
Worlds.
are in the core book, though.
if
Yep. There's 4 more, and that's in the Inquisitor's Handbook.
Mm-hmm.
There are the Forge worlds, which are basically the giant research/mining colonies of the Mechanicus. Mind Cleansed, which is basically something happened before that you were literally brain screwed to the point you can't remember anything. Yeah, that's about it.
So the last one is like amnesiac or some shit.
No,
Oh,
the
no, that's
last
not the
is
last
the last is
Yeah,
essentially
going.
the Bene Gesserit had you and fucked you.
Ah,
Yeah. So the next after that are the Nobleborn, which is exactly as it sounds. You're part of the high society and stuff.
I think you skipped.
Scala Progenium.
Yeah.
what? Can you repeat that?
The Scala Progenium. And those are literally the scholars. You lived on a world where the main thing was trying to keep track of paperwork and reading up on shit.
So, the Hive world, which Bacon says is as Tokyo, would have there?
It's Tokyo on crack, but yes. Basically, you lived on a planet where the sun didn't shine. There was no nature. It didn't exist.
Demi, if
You
you
were
go.
under some level of a giant city. And above you was another level. And above that was another level. And above that was another level. And below that was, 300 other levels.
Now,
Demi,
just tell me, this sounds
Demi.
like a very dystopia. What?
Demi, if you pick a high world, ask to be from Scintilla.
Okay,
So,
but I'm just
I have a-
asking because it looks like, it sounds like a dystopia.
It is a dystopia. This entire setting is a dystopia.
The
Well, no,
whole
fair
fucking
enough. I'm
universe
not
is
dystopia.
like that. Everything is
I'm
fucked.
more dystopia than dystopia.
Remember Akira? Imagine Akira on crack.
yes, just yes. It's so much yes.
Yeah, Akira on crack. I like that. I think I want to be from there then.
Also,
Okay, you want to
my
be from a
point,
hive world.
I'm a robot again.
Welcome, Robot Jeff.
I
We
don't
hope
know.
you enjoy your time here.
It's good to be back. Glory to the machine god.
Now, of course, just asking. The hive world is also. Is it just called that way, or is there an actual hive mind setting there?
There's not a hive mind.
Actually, AI is heresy. Thank you very much.
So for what I'm going, it sounds like the feral is the way to go.
Possibly. If you want to go for it.
So what does each one give me is the question.
So, as the most important bit, I suppose, first of all, we should just go through what the characteristics effect
Yeah.
on each of these would be. Which means go over to the Inquisitor, because it has all of them.
Is there a
all of
table?
those second ones. There is a table
Where?
on both books, so I have to go between
Where?
both of them. And it's 23. 24. You type in 24, but it's 23 of the PDF.
Okay, so oh Jesus.
So ferals take a 5 bonus to toughness, a 5 bonus to strength, and they take a -5 to willpower and a -5 to fellowship. Hive take a 5 hits to toughness and a 5 bonus to fellowship.
So I'm less tough, but I'm fellowship. Okay, now the question of what is what in this
Well,
thing.
I suppose we should go through those as well, so that you know what you're doing.
Wait. Feral, you said I'm not seeing anything about specific bonuses to characteristics themselves. It's to skill checks, from what I can tell, in the core book.
You're looking at the wrong thing. They do
Okay,
get bonuses to characteristics. Go to page 24.
24.
Where is the table itself?
It's on the bottom of 23. Type in
Oh,
24.
right.
On the Inquisitors?
No,
So this
on
is a
the core rulebook.
specific
on the what?
thing.
On the core book?
Core rulebook.
Did you send it to me?
Yes, I did.
But Dark
Strength and
Heresy,
toughness.
Inquisitor's Handbook, and Errata.
I have core rulebook. It says it sent it
Ah.
right there.
Ah, so it didn't pop up.
Yeah, definitely a guardsman right there.
Alright, so okay. I have
Yep.
the core there.
So we were going to go through what these different characteristics mean, besides the shorthand being provided by some of the players.
Okay.
So, weapon skill. Your ability to swing things in melee, basically.
Or if you
It
have
also
that.
applies to throwing weapons.
Also, if you have. Wait, throwing weapons is ballistics.
Oh, it is ballistics? I forgot
I-
for a moment.
Yeah, but it does apply to things like the parry skill when you use your weapon to smack other people's weapons away from your face.
Exactly.
I approve of
Anything to
this.
do with your weapon at hand.
Walking skill.
Hand to
Alright.
hand.
Alright, I
Ballistic
approve.
skill. And by the way, weapon skill, I believe, is also used even if you are just punching somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
think so.
So
Ballistic skill. Your ability to aim and throw. How well can you do something from distance?
Yeah, I think I know what I'm going for.
yeah.
Strength. How much damage do you deal with a melee weapon, as well as how much can you actually hold? And basically a lot of passive stuff in general.
Okay.
Although, if you go into an arm wrestling contest or somebody tries to, wrestle with you, it'll probably be strength.
Alright.
Toughness. Toughness is very important.
Ah.
Is that where I put my 14?
Yes.
So toughness determines not only how you can resist poisons, toxins, drinking, the ability to hold your breath. It also just determines how much damage you take every time you take damage. It applies to almost every damage type. So you can reduce all damage by at least a minimum of about 2 for most people. But you could increase this to 4, 5, 6.
Still, this one isn't important. You can compensate for most of that with a appropriately fitted rebreather, vacuum suit, and heavy armor.
Don't worry,
Yep,
I
not
can make
important
those.
at all.
I can make those. It's unnecessary.
So, agility is next. Agility is very important if you want to actually be sneaky. If you want to, leap from a ledge and not die. If you want to swim. If you want to dodge.
No worries, my 35, glorious as it is going there.
Yep, it determines everything that could possibly fall under the vague term of agility.
You know, this one is
And
actually
lastly,
really important. Grenades. This is what you use to get away from grenades, and it also determines your movement speed.
Yes.
I was about to mention the
35
movement
minutes.
speed. Yep,
Oh, all right.
you will.
All right.
It gets your movement agility. I mean, gets your movement speed. Yep. Intelligence. Intelligence is what is applied to the vast majority of skills for finding out what the fuck is going on.
Epic, I have an idea. I know how
Warriors
we
don't
can.
read books.
I know how we can protect the Imperium. We shoot everyone with an IQ over 95.
Shit, you're gonna have to kill.
Hey, I
I
will be
mean,
killed.
it's clear that I
You
need to have
know,
intelligence
lady,
and
your
dumbness.
child is solving that puzzle rather quickly. Bang!
Well, continuing on. Perception is literally just telling what's going on. I mean, in the different way from intelligence. Intelligence lets you figure stuff out. Perception lets you tell that something's going down.
Would that at least in VTM terms, be like a combination of actual perception and wits?
I believe
Basically,
it's a
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind
fair.
of.
That is interesting.
Willpower. Willpower determines your willpower. How well can you resist the mind-horrifying effects of reality? And or the psychic powers or demons trying to influence you? And or possibly just that random guy over there that happened to be a latent psyker.
That's why you
Oh,
replace your brain with a machine. You don't need willpower.
So it sounds it could be useful if I don't want to betray my inquisitor. That would be heresy.
Yep, willpower is something that is generally not super useful to most things besides as a defense. The exception is psychers. Psychers use it as a weapon too.
Well,
so.
excuse me, I fucked a demon with my willpower, thank you very much.
That's because you're a filthy psyker.
I'm not a fucking psyker, the Emperor protects me!
Going
Lastly,
on.
is fellowship. And fellowship is literally it's charisma. It's diplomacy. It's all that stuff.
Listen,
Yeah.
warriors do not read books, alright?
Are you calling me a sissy, bitch?
Yes.
Oh no. You are not a warrior, you are a priest. There's a difference.
Okay.
Fucking excuse
So,
me?
so from these things that we rolled up here, now we just put them over here, right?
Yes.
You can,
So-
after you select a home world and apply the bonuses to the said thing.
Okay,
you
so
can
the
put the
bonuses that
points
we
wherever.
get, the various bonuses that we get, where do we put those? Where the big zero is, or the little tab below?
No, it's the big zero. It's your base score.
So
Okay,
we will
so you said hive rolls have +5 to toughness, -5 to fellowship.
Nope,
What was
other way
Lockwood?
around.
Ah,
wait, so when it says here, so I put a 20 on the thing, then I add my thing? How does it
No.
work?
No.
You already rolled. You already have your score. Just put it in where you
Oh.
want and then add the bonuses as stated.
Okay,
So to
let
need
me
heads, I need
explain it,
help on it.
okay? These rolls that you just made, Steel, they are assuming
Uh-huh.
that you have the standard bonus that Imperial Worlders would get on everything. If you're going Feral World, then you would put one of these values into, for example, toughness, and you would add 5 to that. The one that you put into one that you get less than 20 in would take a -5, okay? The ones that essentially,
Oh.
yeah, you just need to adjust based on the difference between the base for Feral World and the assumed base that the roll has. Because we can't know which of these rolls you're gonna put into which attribute, right? So you have to manually adjust for your bonuses and negatives.
Okay, so
I'm confused now.
let me repeat this and
Yes.
see if I understand it. I rolled something, right? And I have it there stored. Now when I go to put it on something, I look at the chart and what is above or minus, and I apply that in the thing.
Above or minus of the 20 it mentions, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so still, whatever you end up putting into strength and toughness, you're gonna increase by 5. Whatever you put into willpower and fellowship, you're gonna decrease by 5.
Okay. Now.
Okay. Now now I need to ask. Okay, how do we put where do we put it? Is the big 0 the one that we got, or
Yes,
is
the
the
big
small
0 is where you put it.
Yeah.
where what we got? The little 0 is that the homeworld thing?
That is
No.
actually for a multiplier.
That
Yeah, ignore the
is
middle zero.
that is for some seriously sketchy shit that we didn't get to, I think.
Okay.
Not yet.
And I just need to know, what is this below the none, simple, intermediate, and etc.
Training.
Those, from my understanding, are just training. How much you've trained.
Oh,
Okay,
maybe I should
so
add
if-
those in.
So just a question. So if I have 35, for example, and now I put it in fellowship, do I just put those combinations so it's basically plus 40?
Yes.
I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be 40.
So I am going to put my lowest in fellowship, which is 25. The fellowship in the chart is 15, meaning I go to 20.
Correct. Got it.
Okay, so I understood it fine for the most part.
Oh, fuck.
Right?
Still
Let
has
me
more
put
charisma
the-
than me.
How?
Everyone is going to have more charisma than you.
Yeah,
So
I
I
don't
have-
see why you're surprised, Bacon. I
don't think I have
You
more
are
charisma than him.
literally a walking machine.
need to test
Just to
something.
give you a hint, tech priests are so horrible at fellowship they can never increase it. That's part of their rules.
I have
So,
10 fellowship. You have better fellowship than me, Bacon.
okay, so how crucial would be to me to have higher on the willpower?
It just depends on how defensive you want to be against like attacks upon your mind.
Fear
Yeah,
does
that's all.
crop up a bit more often than you would like, but you're probably not going to be completely useless if it's a bit crappy. Just here's the thing to keep in mind still. Whole tens are the magic number because that increases your bonus to a lot of things.
Yep,
Oh.
that the first digit matters a lot more than the second.
Yeah.
The second will still determine chances on things, but a whole ton of your passives are determined by that first one.
So essentially, there is a much bigger difference than you might think between 39 and 40. On some of them at least.
Yes.
Okay, so I go for rounded out.
Yep. Also, you can take away the pluses. You don't. It'll mess stuff up, but probably not much.
Wait,
Uh,
the classes.
You know what? Yeah, no. Just
So
do whatever works
would-
for you.
So I will put.
I think I have the
I believe I'm
docking
talking about
side. I think I
on
have the
the-
docking
like-
side covered, so putting one of the 25s into fellowship is probably a good idea. Unless I
have
die.
a 25. I only have a 25, a single one, so I'm putting that into the fellowship.
No, you have two, because you rerolled at 23.
I have,
His 23 became 28, didn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly, so you have two 25s.
Oh, let me see because I might have fucked up. So
Yeah, he does have two 25s.
14, so I have that. 35, 20.
See, you have two 25s on there.
Yeah, yes.
They're right next to each other,
9, 20,
right before your 40.
8, 20. Oh, so I forgot to add one of them on the thingy. All right. That should do it now.
What the f*** agility?
See. So I'm just going to put the 25 on the
Let me
willpower.
test this. That looks like that.
5, so that is a 20.
Okay, yeah. The simple and everything doesn't affect the roll at all. It just
Yeah, I
it's
already
just to help
checked
you know
it.
where you did stuff. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have Fellowship and Willpower, the 425s. So for a 28, I would say
Why don't you could start with some of the higher end stuff first, because
Yeah,
then
like
you the stuff you definitely want.
yeah. So I have a 40, a 36, and a 35. I think I will go for in probably weapon skills, strength, and toughness with those primarily.
So you're planning to go in and bash people?
You're gonna get a bonus to strength anyway. I might suggest that you put the 35 into agility and put a 29 into strength.
Yeah.
Uh,
Who was
I
being the
need
assassin, by the way?
I
Demi.
need to
Demi.
be right back. I need
Demi's
to
the
be right
assassin.
back.
Okay, I think I did it right. Yeah.
Yep. The only
Fine.
thing I see as a mistake is I don't like those pluses in your characteristics.
Okay.
That makes it look real messy.
So what are you prioritizing, Debbie? Give us a rundown.
Agility. Okay, let me now tell you. Okay, so weapon skill 27, ballistic skill 32, strength 25, toughness 25, agility 35, intelligence 28, perception 31, willpower 29, and fellowship 30.
Fellowship 30 seems
I get a plus
overkill.
5, and I literally put the smallest number I had got 25, and I just get a plus 5 because of homeworld. I
What
can't
are you
change
picking
it.
for your homeworld?
I
Hive
took
world?
high world. I
Ah,
don't know. Not sure if there's maybe a better role that probably fits me better, but you know, I don't want to be
There's a
feral.
specific one if you want.
I mean, if it won't kill me.
well, Demi, there is one advantage to you being from Scintilla. We will have the Scintillan language, the Hive dialect that we will share and be able to speak amongst
Yep.
ourselves.
And if you're Scintilla, you could also take the Gunmetal City variant.
Which would what increase my ballistic skill?
It would
something?
increase your ballistic skill. It would also make you. Well, you have to always pack a gun.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm probably always going to have a gun. That's the thing.
I mean, it depends because you were saying you were kind of wanting to go a melee character.
No, I was.
So-
no,
That
I
was
want, no, what I
steel.
mean, yeah, that was steel. When I mean close combat
Oh.
assassin, I mean close combat with fucking dual pistols or dual shotguns or something like
Oh!
that. You know.
Okay, so you are being another Severus, except smarter. Okay.
Demi,
Oh,
let me explain to you how a Carnodon works in rifle mode. It has something called precise, so if you take at least half an action to aim, and you succeed on the shot by 2 degrees or more, you get more damage packed into that shot, which is good for placing that one perfect shot that cuts through armor, flesh, and brain matter.
okay. So that seems like something more of a instead of like a full guns and run thing inside. That sounds more like a John Wick thing. The preciseness.
All right. So, if you do go gunmetal, that means you will gain a ballistic skill of +5. You must have a gun on you. If you are disarmed, caught unawares, or run out of ammunition, you take a -5 penalty on all tests.
My gun is my life.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do I put that? So Hive World, and there's like a tab below. So what do I put there?
Let me take a look what you're talking about. Let's see.
Oh, you know, like there's Homeworld, and there's like something else that you can fill in below.
What did
Oh,
we
it
have
looks
on the
like
Carnodons other than the Omniscope for bonuses?
Omniscope, it also included the little thing for turning into a different type of gun, back and
Damage.
forth.
Just leave the base blank is for if there's none on the list.
I think that's the primary thing. Those are the two big things.
So it would just be a
Omniscope.
+10 to the shot for the item. on top of the other
But
bonuses.
he's asking about the underneath the hive world. I think you can go ahead and mention right there that that's your what you chose here. We'll just
Okay,
let
so
you put Metallicin. You're part of the gunmetal city.
But we would share
how
the
you spell
language,
it?
right?
Yes, he's still from Skintala. It's on the same world.
Okay, Demi, now,
Skintala.
since I succeed on this, in theory, by 5 degrees of success, this would mean that the damage on the card node would go up from 1d10 plus 4 to 3d10 plus 4.
Bruh.
Yeah! So then,
Good.
with armor piercing, I can penetrate 5 points of armor for free without reducing damage, and then 17 damage. Generally, the average scrub would probably be into critical damage from this.
God bless.
We have a spare one of these, with a fancy scope and everything. Night vision built in, crap like that. Fancy.
Yeah, that is fancy.
Yep. So yeah, that's the primary thing you'd gain. You also start with pistol training from this part, which you add as a talent, by the way.
Let me
Pistol
find what I
training,
can-
solid projectile.
You will want well, that's for later, but you will want basic
okay.
solid projectile weapon training at some point as well.
Okay, so talents pistol trained, and is that in like brackets, the projectile thing?
Yes, put brackets SP.
Done. So pistol training.
Exactly like that. Good job. So do note your bliss skill goes up by 5.
I did it from 32 to 37.
All right. You also gain a +5 bonus to tech use tests involving projectile firearms.
Wait. I get a +5 to tech use firearms?
On projectile firearms, which is very different from others. Means you.
Where do I put that? Skills, talents, or
Put it in
traits?
special abilities. That way, it's
Okay.
all just right there.
+5. Dictate it, please.
You know what?
Fuck.
Here, I'll help you out.
Just do that. There seems to be a lot of shit.
There's
There
a
is
space
going
for
to be a
special
lot of shit.
abilities. Yeah, there's a lot of shit. Just, I will show you my lot of shit, Demi.
Okay,
Uh,
Mr.
Like
Barr.
this is going
it's-
to. There's a reason I started them off small. To do. How'd you get rid of it?
Epic.
Fool.
I think I don't have a lot of shit. Maybe the others have more.
I would have my doubts.
Jesus Christ.
What did you
Okay,
look
I
at
am
the bacon
Bacon
sting?
stuff. Like, what the absolute fuck?
Okay, so I am back.
Don't
and I
worry,
have-
your sheet will look similar to this by the time we're over.
So, let me see.
You
here.
misspelled regeneration bacon.
What the fuck is? Wow. So,
I'm pretty sure that in my language is right. That's right. I blame English.
Okay, thank you for the special abilities. Okay, so that seems to be it. His background's
Yep,
next.
that is the. Oh, okay. So you do not get the accustomed to crowds hive part. That's what that replaced.
That one is actually useful. Essentially, crowds don't count as difficult terrain to you, and you can just move normal speed through, no matter how many people are in your way. To
This is
Wow.
correct.
Who needs a crowd when
the
you can just
exchange you
pop the
got-
building?
The exchange you got was +5 to your ballistic skill, +5 to using your tech stuff, and gaining 1 additional language which is Metallic and Hive dialect.
I think I'm gonna stay with that. Yeah.
We
So where
should
do I-
also note your problem there, which is if you are this. I'll just put it in your special abilities unless you want to put it somewhere else.
Yeah, please do.
Right. You have this issue right there. So don't lose your weapon or run out of ammunition.
It's fine, I have 1500 bullets. We're ready for war.
God bless.
It's
now,
true.
does the other hive world traits apply still, though, normally?
They still apply. So you get Caves of Steel, which means you have the tech use
Okay, that's straight.
skill as a basic skill. Note that when you have a basic skill, basically you take a -20 to its use, but you can still roll it. And of course, improve it later if you really want.
I
You
put
have
like next to my
Hivebound.
traits what it mean. And wary. Wary's +1 to initiative.
Yes,
That's all I
exactly.
know.
So do I just put that like? But yeah, I'll just put that like next to my trait so I know what it is.
Paranoid
And
was
if you want, you can
+2,
put-
right?
What?
Paranoid was +2, right, to initiative?
Paranoid should be +2. Yep,
I
and
like
you
how
have
Paranoid-
speak language hive dialect, and your hive dialect is Scintilla. I don't know.
Yeah, one second. I'm writing this down.
Just put this in your languages.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Roll
and
deceive to say kill them all without letting your facial expression give it away.
All right.
So I can have a weapon skill of 40 and strength 40 as well because of the +5. I can have two 40s.
But
That would end up with 240s, yes.
started with 45 in my fellowship, but who's bragging?
I mean, I'm going for weapon skill and strength as the 40s.
So
I mean,
the language
if someone wants to
is-
brag about their highest thing, I think Severus beat everybody.
That's because he fucking cheated and point pot.
Yeah. Cunt.
I won't brag. It's tacky.
I
mean,
will
his
shoot
agility
you
and
in the
ballistic skill
knee.
Yeah, he
So,
your
the
total
languages.
thing-
Is
He
that
had
do I put that, like, with-
53 agility for the start. Shit.
What the fuck?
Well, that's after he bought it up, didn't he?
Yep, that was after he bought it up and got a small increase to it from being that born
Okay.
on a Forge world.
So I have a question. Does Guardian out of itself give me any stat bumps or anything?
What? Does what? Sorry, I stretched.
Yeah. So I have assigned like my two big ones except the 36. And I went for rounded out numbers, right?
Yes.
You want to go for them. If you can't do it, don't worry too much about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, because I have 229.
I think the classes don't really give you bonuses to stats so much as they give you talents, things that you are trained in doing on a basic level.
Okay.
Generally, yeah, they don't. The classes themselves don't do it. The homeworlds do.
Okay,
They're
so
the only one. They're the only part that does. Besides getting some like starting packages.
Between like weapon skill and strength, would the next best thing be toughness, or is that somehow balanced out by equipment and shit?
What did you
Well,
put into
with-
agility?
I didn't assign it yet. I have a 36 and two 29s. for my high
Agility is going to be rather bluntly probably your most important thing as an assassin.
No,
I
he's
am
Uh,
not an assassin.
Yeah,
I
he's
am
a
the
fighter. But movement
Oh yeah,
speed
he's a guardsman.
Yeah.
Is there
In that case,
anything...
toughness. Toughness then agility. Agility will determine you trying to avoid damage, but toughness will, if you're trying to be someone who takes hits, that's what you want.
Okay, so you have assigned at this point the 36, the 35, and the 40, right?
I have not assigned the 36 yet. I only assigned weapon skill, strength, fellowship, and willpower so far. I still have my 36, my 229s, and my 228s.
Okay, so you can only take either agility or... Well, it's up to you still. Toughness means that you are gonna take a lot of things way better, but agility affects both movement speed, dodges, and initiative.
Hmm.
And a lot of us went for high initiatives and high agilities due to that reason. Except Jeff, but Jeff's Jeff. Jeff fears no evil.
Well,
Jeff.
the
Jeff
way
does not fear no evil. I don't think Jeff has received more than like 2 points of damage in the game.
Oh, he
The way
has.
I'm-
He's gotten fucked too, but you know.
the way I'm thinking about it
It's been
is
pretty rare.
the
Yeah,
way I'm
there
thinking
was
about this
that time.
character. It's more of a the priest going like go and bayonet this shit. So
Well, the priest has the sprint talent and like 40 agility, so you have to keep up with the priest if we're gonna be chasing after fucks and bayoneting shit appropriately.
yeah, I'm melee, so I would want high agility, right? And
It's
It goes both ways.
yeah. Still,
and it doesn't give me any bonuses due to the feral, so I can put a 36 there, and I have +5 on toughness, so I can have like a 34
or
on
yeah,
toughness.
that would be for more even build or. Okay, still, it's kind of up to you. It's a question whether you prefer tanky or mobility. A lot of us, well, me and Jackalor prefer mobility. Bacon clearly favors tanky.
I would prefer to not stay behind if I'm going up to melee.
Well, we're gonna be
So-
waiting for Jeff anyway, because that's just the sane thing to do.
So
Jeff kind of goes in front and bees a wall sometimes. So
No, Epic, he really doesn't. He does that as a last resort, because we're all constantly looking for ways to make sure the others die first.
that's true.
okay, so I'm just going to take the toughness would be an actual wall
Okay?
then. So
Even if you do go with it that way, consider taking up the sprint talent, because that can essentially allow you for a burst of speed and allow you to move more quickly on the battlefield.
Can go through that. I'm asking because you know more about what I can have after. So I will have a 41 on toughness.
It's really good.
It's my highest.
Severus, we might need to
It's really
consider
good
stripping
from-
your armor
You
off and
put your
giving.
41 in ballistic skill. It goes to toughness.
Oh, fuck! I put in the wrong way. Okay, so toughness 41. Right, so I have no bonuses that I can use anymore and no negative, so then it's just the straight thing. All right, so I have 229s and 228s.
Just fill in the rest however you wish then, because that 1 point isn't gonna make a huge difference. If it was a difference between, say, 24 and 25 or 34 and 35, then it would matter, because it would take. Because you advance in batches of 5 when you buy up upgrades.
Your most important bits here are going to be the agility and ballistic skill. So whatever's highest next, put in those and then whatever.
Well, not ballistics. That's demi. Steel is.
No. Even as bad, having ballistics be decent is never a bad idea.
What do we have in terms of spare guns? We have 1 spare combat shotgun, a stub revolver, and the current gun is already going to Demi because he's gonna focus weaponry of the pew pew kind.
So 24 intelligence, 29 ballistics.
Congratulations, I'm 4 points smarter than you.
That is fine. So then perception and agility are no modifiers, so
While Steel is figuring that out, I'm gonna quickly split the video.